How's it going, everyone? It's me, the Uber Gamer, and I just want to talk about that Freedom SFM I made. So those of you who saw it, you're probably wondering, what's that all about? Why is he on Discord and all these people are saying this stuff, and then they have a party in it? Well, that I want to just go into more detail. So, I'm pretty sure I mentioned multiple times that I had a Minecraft multiplayer project. So, I needed, of course, people. So what I did was go to Jin's forum on his website and posted about it. So I got some good results. So I was actually excited. Wow, there's actually a lot of people who want to do this. This might actually work out. This will probably be what will make my YouTube channel grow. And finally, I'll no longer have just one view for every single video I make a week later. But as time went on, I found out their age because I asked because they were immature. There's a 10-year-old, a 15-year-old, and I forget the age of the other. So, now don't get me wrong, they weren't too bad. They were able to build. Like, they can build a lot better than I could ever do. Because I can never make stuff on my own unless I have something to copy. So they made a city and all this stuff, and it looked good. I'm not gonna lie, I was really impressed. And I decided to check their work, just like look around to see how they did. And I told them to put some NPCs and villagers around, just to make the city lively. And now that I think about it, I should have been more specific. Because as I was looking around, they are NPCs with the skins of YouTubers. And I couldn't help but think, okay, if anyone saw this, probably has some issues. Probably. I just didn't. And also what didn't help was that there was a dog that was the size of a villager's house. I had no idea what's going on. I was like, why did they think that was a good idea? They never asked me if they could do these things. Because I didn't want to include other YouTubers. Like, we don't even get their permission. Plus, this channel is too small to even have contacts like that. So I could never ask, because people like me, like if your channel is this small, famous tubers will ignore you. So even if I try to get permission, I would be ignored. Well, not on purpose, is just never get noticed. So I took upon myself to remove some of the NPCs, but other than that, everything was good. I was impressed. However, the problem was they just don't focus. One day I just wake up and go onto the Discord and just like see like, okay, we gotta just talk about this, we gotta talk about the plot, beginning, middle, end, and just figure out why did this happen and what are we gonna do about it. So I go in there to talk and they're goofing off. Random music videos, having normal conversations, and when I scroll to see what else I missed, there are rows and rows of memes. I don't have a problem with memes, don't get me wrong, but if you're trying to do something, you have to commit. You can't just goof off. I know they're young, so they probably just don't care about anything. They just think, oh, it'll be helpful. It doesn't work like that. If you want to become part of this, you have to commit. But that's what they don't do. So I'm losing my temper. Every time I come on, and then when I tell them to do otherwise, it's like, come on, we gotta talk about this. I'm the bad guy because they're goofing off. So one day, what didn't help was just one of them by the name of Flame X. We were all just on Discord one day, and he wasn't on. Like, usually he's always on, but he didn't say anything, he was just not there. And so I was like, you probably think, oh, he's just gone. No, but one day what we found out was his cousin, like, on that same day, went on and decided to cause problems. Saying, like, oh, he's dead, and blah, 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 blah. Which kind of shocked everybody. But me, I'm smart. I saw a few things that made it obvious that it was a fake. That it was not true at all. First of all, this is the key thing that made me realize it was not even real. Like, we were just being messed with, because that's also what I fear, is like these guys go around, so. So when you're announcing someone passed away, you don't just go, yes, so this guy is freaking gone because he didn't like you guys, blah 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 blah. So you don't do that. You calmly just explain what's going on. So that made it way too obvious something's up. So I post on this thing, like, oh yeah, this is obviously a lie. He's not dead. He's probably gone or something. And that apparently flicked on a switch. Because the 10-year-old who goes by the name of Apollo and another guy by the name of, well, we don't really know his real name. We just want to call him by his character name, Lirasu. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. But anyway, I don't care. So let me talk about Lirasu for one thing. He was pretty much the only guy who, to me, appeared more level-headed than everybody else. He was the guy who was actually cooler in the Cooler movie. So he was simple to work with. It was fine. Except that the combat wasn't that good, and my computer was lagging and ran like crap, so it wasn't that easy to make that. So, he was fine. He was a nice guy. I thought, well, he's better than these guys. Sure, he doesn't do anything that much different, but he's just more level-headed, even though he's 15. Sadly. So, anyway, I'm just gonna, and why am I talking about Lirasu, and why am I making it sound like he's such a big thing? Well, I'll get to that in a moment. After I point out it's like, Flame is not dead, Apollo freaks out at me, swearing at me, and then Lirasu snaps at me. Why? So they probably figured, oh, I'm just being rude because someone passed away, and I'm apparently saying it's a lie. That's apparently rude or something. So, and shortly after, like, I was private messaging Flame, just like, see what's going on, and he was fine. Like, during all this, he was talking to me. I was talking to him, and after everyone snapped at me, I messaged saying, could you please come to the room, because apparently everyone's snapping at me thinking that it's not true that you're still alive. He goes, sure. So I go back and say, so do you believe me now? And he comes in and says, hey, everybody, and that didn't change a thing. So apparently that wasn't the case. They were just hating on me just because. So I ended up banning them. I don't want to put up with this crap, because these guys are stressing me out. I really did not want to put up with it. And eventually things got settled down. He apologized. I was like, well, he had the courtesy to come up to message to me and say, like, oh, say sorry and all that. So I let him back, but Lirasu, he wasn't the guy I met before. Part of me was starting to think maybe someone else was on his account, because he was a different person. He was still treating me like crap, and for no reason. He just kept swearing at me, and I kept trying to ask him why. Like, what did I do? Why are you acting like this all of a sudden? I don't get an answer, but as I was persistent, he finally tells me, and it's because he hates me. Just let that sink in a little bit. Why? Why, I can't help but wonder, what did I do that make him hate me? Well, that's what I asked. What did I do? What did I do that made you hate me? Apparently, I get too angry or something like that. That's not how he put it. But also because I'm apparently just an a-hole. And let me explain that. Like I said, I go into Discord just trying to get these things planned out, and they're goofing off. If you're a boss and you just go and find out your workers aren't even doing their job, yes, you're gonna get mad. If you're trying to commit to something, you have to do it. So I'm getting mad because every day is the same thing. So can we please do this? You guys want to do this and are getting mad at me, blah, blah, blah. And when I try to tell them to help, they get mad at me. I'm the bad guy. But the thing is, if you join something and you're trying to commit, like you want to commit to this and just be part of it, you have to do your part. You can't get mad at the head person telling you what to do when you're trying and when you want to commit to the project. I'm not the bad guy for telling you what to do when that's what I'm supposed to do. We're trying to get this planned out so we can do it, and you're mad at me for not doing it anytime sooner when I'm trying to plan things out and you're getting mad at me. And the other thing is I found out from Lirasu is apparently I'm not committing. I'm not putting my effort. So me trying to get the series done so we can get to this project and trying to get these guys to plan things out wasn't enough. I'm doing my own job and that wasn't enough. Not to mention, like I'm not good with building. I'm not. I could not have done any of that. I try to tell them I'm a terrible builder in Minecraft. I can make some decent houses, but that's usually for survival. Like, I just make myself a nice, decent house. It gives me something to do, but when it comes to stuff like that, I can't. But that wasn't good enough for him. Apparently, I still had to do something. And that apparently wasn't enough. So this guy is pissing me off because he is getting off on me for these for no reason, for these stupid, idiotic reasons that weren't even my fault. And plus, I'm trying to do these things so everyone will stop being impatient and mad. But because I'm trying to do that, I'm apparently not committing. I'm the bad guy for trying to do these things so you guys could stop being so upset because we're not doing anything yet. But anyway, if we could, no one's planning, so I can't win here. It was a lose situation. No matter what I did, I lost. And do you blame me for getting mad like that? Sure, I'm getting mad, but sure. Like, they even said this to me. Apparently, I don't know how to have fun. That was not the point. We're trying to do something, but they're not doing it. Yes, I like memes. I don't mind doing stuff for fun. But the thing is, we haven't done a single thing. So how can we have fun and do something else when we haven't even started? Sure, we made a map. Sure. Like, we got the thing built. We got the server going. Sure. I have to work on the single player series, how to get through the Android saga, then the Boo saga, and then we get to the project. There's still an entire thing to plan out. That is no excuse. So, and these guys are stressing me out. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I can't believe what I'm looking at my screen right now. And these are just kids, and they're... I still can't believe that I actually did that. It should have occurred to me that it wasn't going to work out. Maybe I should try getting some older people to work with. Because everyone would just sound like kids, and some of them can't even do these things at the same time. Anyway. So, I'm trying to make peace with Lirasu, like, try to work things out. He's come back here and there, and he doesn't change. He just continues to give me this attitude. It's like, he hates me for no reason. It's just, what did I do? What do you want me to do? So, out of anger, I even kept saying this, like, if we don't do this, I might as well do this by myself, because you guys aren't committing, so I might as well do all this on my own and work with NPCs. To be honest, I don't want to do this with NPCs, because with NPCs, it's limited. Like, they can't even fly. And flying wasn't added to the NPC mod until, like, 1.10 or 11. Which is not helpful to me. I don't know why that wasn't featured in the first place when the NPCs even have a dragon that flies. And yet NPCs have no option to fly. So, I'm saying all these things, and after all this crap Lirasu is putting me through, I was like, that's it, I'm done. I can't work with these people anymore. They're driving me insane. Lirasu's causing me problems. His brother deletes his server, so, because he was the host. That's why I needed him still, because he's the host. So, it's just like, I don't like you, but I need you, so, yeah. But it still wasn't working out. This guy's driving me nuts, and I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna do this by myself. I'm doing it by my own. I'll work with NPCs. I'll figure something out. It won't be different from the rest of the series anyway. Because that's all I do is fight the NPCs. So, and I want to do this with everyone in there. So it's like, you know what, I'm going to get there and go, I have something to say, goodbye, and just delete it on them. But I couldn't get everyone together. So I figured, you know what, Ieyasu is enough. I tell them what's on my mind. Is just, I don't like you. I just say all these things. I was like, you're a prick. Blah, blah, blah. And he was about to say something too. It was like he was typing. It was like, apparently I was pissing him off, which was just fine with me. And while he was in the middle of typing, and after I insult him like he did me, and just like, you know what, you're just a horrible, just a selfish human being, and just horrible person. I don't like you. Blah de da. Not gonna go say everything I said, but I let him have it. I'm just venting out on this guy. I can't stand you anymore. And before you can say anything else, options, like I had to do this first so I can just right away, not so they wouldn't get a chance, and I deleted the server. And I just felt so relieved afterwards, like having a weight taken off my shoulders. And that's when I decided to make that SFM. It was pretty much to show what happened in a way. And then I was going to describe maybe in the description, but no one watches these things, so might as well make a video. Honestly, this video was supposed to be something else, but I decided to make it this, to tell a little story about what happened. So, yeah, the team is gone now because people who weren't committing, and mainly because this one guy was a total prick. So I did, like, everyone who wasn't there, I just private messaged them saying, just blame Ieyasu. I can't handle this anymore. I was the only one I was pretty much pulling the entire team. I'm doing all this effort, and I'm the bad guy. So, and what happened next just was even more difficult. I went back to the forums, and I went to a little bit of detail what happened, and you know how the internet is, especially on Jin's website, full of selfish, horrible people. So like, oh, well, just because you couldn't take a little criticism? No, this guy was pretty much killing everything. And I just need to find new people because everyone I went with was kids, and I had an age restriction because I don't want to repeat that. And I regret having that much detail, and I was getting insulted. So, that website is not a good place to find people. So, for now, I gave up on trying to find a team. And, yeah, I might do this on my own, but maybe work with others on certain cases for certain sagas, but the rest I might just do this on my own. So, I'll leave this up to you. Am I the bad guy? Am I the bad guy for trying to tell people to commit when they're goofing off every single time and don't put any effort and think, oh, I made a city, that's all I can do. Leave it to him, leave it to the creator to do everything else. And am I the bad guy for not being able to build? Am I the bad guy for doing my own job the whole time just to make them happy? And I don't know why, but I don't know why. I was doing this for you. I'm rushing so you guys can not stop complaining to me and being impatient. So I'm doing it for you. But am I the bad guy? Was any of that my fault? Was it?